All right, everybody. Good evening to you. Here it is, 7:07 on this Wednesday, and the sky looking a little different now than it did even just a couple hours ago. We were at the 5 o'clock newscast, even 6, and it was bright and sunny and looked pretty outside, and now starting to fill in with some clouds from our tower cam view, and this is the beginning of the changes as we see rain on the way. Kind of hard to imagine earlier that we'd have rain possibly by sunset, which is, some of us already getting into a little bit of light rain. But yeah, here it comes, moving in tonight. So we've got wet weather. We'll walk you through that, how much of this is going to impact your Thursday, and then the temperatures too. Today is the 10th day in a row of cooler than normal weather. Been a long stretch of that here in, time of year whenever we start to expect summer-like warmth. It's finally going to come, all right? So let's get to it. All right. Okay, so those are the two main headlines. Is we've got the rain moving in this evening. This is going to linger through Thursday. Plan on a wet morning. And then additionally, the weekend, just get you ready for that with summer heat on the way. Summer-like heat. We're going to be up into the 80s. Been a while since we've had that. Let's start here with the rain. All right. This evening, tonight, and tomorrow morning, we all cross that red line. And what that red line essentially means is that rain is going to be, there's going to be enough of it to have a decent chance of affecting anything you've got going on outside. Like it's not just like maybe there's a little something around. It's like this could have an effect on your day or your plans. And so that's why we have a first warn. So it crosses over into the first warn line. So we're going to have showers widespread for some of us this evening. For some of us, it's going to wait till after sunset. It's going to be most widespread tonight, then spill over into Thursday morning. And then Thursday afternoon and evening, we still have some rain, but it's more spotty and not enough of it that, you really need to navigate around it. So you could probably still go for whatever you've got planned. And then it's done after that. So Thursday night, Friday morning, we're completely dry. Let's show you the radar. And we already have a little bit out there. So if you were to drive up on I-29 north of St. Joe, you might be getting a little bit. This is probably just radar clutter over here by Leavenworth and Atchison. But Maryville, Mound City, King City, Grant City, a little bit of light rain there. And then over here by Baldwin City, Ottawa, Lawrence. So you guys getting into some rain there. It's light. It's very isolated, but that's moving in. So this one over here, just south of Lawrence, that's going to be moving into, so, the question today was the race between the rain and sunset. So if you had plans outside, softball game, whatever, want to get yard work done, would you be able to get it in before the rain came or before the sun went down? And looks like kind of a close call for some of us. So there it is, coming in towards Spring Hill and Olathe, Loch Lloyd, places like that next. The main complex, though, is all this mess. This is what's going to be sliding our way as we go into this evening and tonight. So big storm system here. I mean, going all the way from Nebraska into big chunk of Kansas and down into Oklahoma. There's some huge hail in some of these. I mean, go down to Texas, over here by Texas. They've got like baseball size hail in some of those. The blue's a severe thunderstorm watch. The orange is a tornado watch. We don't have the ingredients for severe weather. None of this is going to be severe for us. This is just going to be generally light to moderate rain through tonight. I'm not saying you couldn't hear a clap of thunder, but you might. But generally, it's just regular old rain, just spring showers for us. So let's get to it on the first warn future radar. Here's 7. Notice it's got it increasing as we go into 8. Sunset's like 8:35-ish. And then there's 9. So we'll probably see it shortly after sunset in the metro. You got that little cluster that I just showed you on radar that'd be ahead of that. But then here we go. Main shows overnight. Look at this. Fill in. There we are at 3, 4, 5 in the morning. There's 7 o'clock in the morning. Everybody's looking pretty wet for Thursday morning. So plan on rain. Not super heavy, but enough to slow you down a little bit. 53. So it's umbrellas and raincoats and sweatshirts and all that as we start the day. Then the afternoon comes in, and it looks better. So we're going to warm back up to about 70 like we had today. We had 72 today. Some sunshine comes out. We're trending drier, but there are still some spotty storms. Let me show you what these look like. So there's 9, 10, and then it's starting to dry up as we get closer to lunchtime. All right, so the bulk of the rain starting to slide eastward. It's going to take longer south and east to shake it, but in Kansas City, points north and west, here comes some drier air. So I really think by about after 10 o'clock, we'll be done with the main thing. And then after that, watch these little isolated spots. See these up here by Maryville? See those? St. Joe, Bethany. Look at that right there. There's 6 o'clock. So afternoon and evening still has these little popcorn shower, downpours that could briefly pass over your area, but they're just real spotty. So you'll probably miss them, but just know that it's not a guarantee. As far as how much do we get out of this, the numbers came up a little bit in the most recent runs today, and it's still not a big, heavy slam, a tenth to a quarter of an inch for a lot of us. But if you're south, you've got a better chance at a couple rounds of maybe some heavier downpours or some thunderstorms, so you might get a half inch or more if you're down by Paola, Lacine, Garnett, Ottawa, places like that. Then the rain is done. And look at this, Friday, the nicest day in the forecast. Friday's amazing. Upper 70s, light winds, low humidity, sunshine. We are dry. It's beautiful. Saturday's pretty good. 83, but starting to get into some summer-like heat, which continues into Sunday, 85. And humidity is going to be on the rise into Sunday, too. So I'll show you that here in just a minute. Let's check out the tower cam again. All right, going to be a pretty sunset. Whenever you've got clouds like that and then the sun sinks low on the horizon and reflects off those clouds, if everything aligns just right, it can be really pretty. Temperature-wise, we're very comfortable. We're in the upper 60s right now. This evening's going to hang in the 60s with that increasing rain chance. Here's the 7-day, and a couple things jump out. One is, I'll show you the big slick game, which no big surprise here with that because it's 5 o'clock is the first pitch, and it's going to be at about our high temperature. So 78. End of the game is going to be in the mid-70s, and the Royals play after that. It's awesome out at the K. Saturday, if you've been watching, paying attention, Saturday's rain chances have been coming down. So there's this real compact little upper-level system that's going to swing by. And at one point, it looked like we could have a decent number of afternoon storms, but now it looks very isolated and largely west. So we're just down to a slim 20% chance. Saturday looks good. Sunday looks good. Let me show you this. Once we hit Sunday and on, this is the muggy meter. How humid is it going to be? It really starts to pick up. By Tuesday, hello, now we're going. Tuesday's really looking pretty sticky outside. So Monday, 86. Temperatures are going up, up, up. And once we get the 80s, they're going to hang around for a bit. These are going to be tough to get rid of. 85 on Tuesday. Tuesday could have some thunderstorms in the evening. I think Wednesday probably will have some rain. It might be more morning focused. We'll see. But we're first warning Wednesday because that's a pretty strong signal. I know it's a week out. Things may change. But for now, the morning and afternoon looks wet and stormy. So we'll keep our eyes on that for you. Otherwise, nighttime temperatures 50s and 60s. And a little bit of rain out there over the next 24 hours. So let's see if we've got any questions over here. Nope, I don't see any questions for you. So that's the update, everybody. Hey, I'll have the newest information coming up at 10 o'clock. So if you want to see the little tweaks and what it might mean for your Thursday especially, we'll detail that for you. And we'll see you at KCTV at 10. In the meantime, have a great night. Thanks for joining us. Take care.